For supplies, you'll need a size N hook. You can find that hook in my Amazon store in the description box. Yarn, you'll need about 1.5 pounds of medium worsted weight yarn, a yarn needle, and scissors. Okay, for this shawl, there is a picot section at the beginning of the project, like that. It's kind of hard to see with the gold yarn, but, and then you have a wrap double crochet section, and then you have another picot section here at the end of the shawl, and then there's another picot section on the pockets. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that I section off the picot section in chapters so that it's easily accessible, because you'll have to do that a few times during the project. Okay, we're going to start by chaining 158. Then you'll put one half double crochet into the second chain from the hook, going all the way to the end for a total of 157 half double crochet. Just note that when you do the half double crochet, go under both loops. Don't just go under the top loop. If you go under both loops, you see how I'm separating it so that I go under both loops, then your foundation will be a lot stronger. So go ahead and do a half double crochet all the way across. Again, for a total of 157, and I will meet you at the other end. Coming up on our last half double crochet, and your work should look something like this. Very nice, very nice. You're going to chain one, turn your work, and you are going to work one single crochet in the back loop only all the way across. And again, your count should still be 157. So I will meet you at the end of the single crochet row, back loop only. All right, we are finishing our single crochet round. Just like that. Look at that. It's so lovely, so textured, so demure. Yep, I said it. Okay, for this next row, it's our picot row. You're going to chain one. You're going to start and end this row with a single crochet. Okay, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make one single crochet, like so. And then in the next stitch, you're going to start a single crochet, but instead of yarning over and pulling through both loops, you're going to yarn over, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through one more loop. And on the fourth, you're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. And to finish your picot, you're going to single crochet into the next stitch on the bottom. Not the same stitch, but the next stitch. Okay? Again, you're going to start a single crochet, yarn over, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through one loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, and to finish it, you're going to single crochet into the next stitch on the bottom. And that's it. You're going to do that all the way across. You can push that through a little bit. If you turn it over, you'll be able to start to see the picot, but it'll pop out even more on the next round, in the next couple of rounds. So do that all the way across, and I will meet you at the end of this picot round. All right, we are coming to the end of our picot row, and we ended with a single crochet. Turn this around and it should have all of these beautiful picots. Come on back in the frame. You may have to push a couple of them through just to make them pop out a little bit more, but the next row that we do will make them pop out all the way. So I just wanted to turn this around so you could actually see. There we go. That's even better. All of those is where you'll be putting your single crochets for the next round, and you'll be putting it through both loops. This is not a back loop only round, okay? So let's get started. Chain one, turn your work, and then you're just doing one single crochet in every stitch going across. And of course, if you get confused, just flip it around. You'll be able to see them better. And just make sure your picots are popped all the way through so that your stitches look how they're supposed to look, so that you will be able to crochet into them. Okay, I will meet you at the end of this round. All right, we are finishing up our single crochet round like so, like this, and look at all these lovely picots that have popped out. Again, you may have to push a couple of the stitches through to make them pop out a little bit more, but for the most part, they should be looking pretty much like this, looking pretty good. And of course, with different color yarn, they're gonna look like they popped out more. But let's start our next round. You're going to chain one. And again, this is going to be pretty easy. You're just going to do half double crochets all the way across. And we're working in the back loop only again. So make sure you do half double crochet all the way across, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Okay, we are finishing up our half double crochet round. We are going to chain one, turn our work, and for row 6, we're just doing single crochets in the back loop only. All the way across, I will meet you at the end of row 6. Finishing up row 6 with our single crochets in the back loop only. We're going to go ahead and chain one to turn, and then we have another row of picots. So again, we're going to start and end each row with a single crochet, and then we're going to do our picot. Get Okay, we're going to start our single crochet, and again, we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, and the fourth time we're going to yarn over, pull through both, and then single crochet into the next stitch, just like so. One more time, and then I'm going to leave you to do this row on your own. Going to start, single crochet, yarn over, go through 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 3, yarn over, go through both loops, and single crochet into the next all the way across, and I will meet you at the end of row 7. All right, we are finishing up our row number 7 with a single crochet. Our next row is also a row of single crochets. You're going to chain one, but again, I want to make sure that you knew exactly where you're crocheting into, and it's these right there. You'll have one to the left, one right behind the picot, and then one again to the other side. So you're going to go ahead and just single crochet all the way across, like so, like that, making sure you're in between and then right behind, because of course this row is what makes those picots really pop out. And I will see you at the end of row 8. All right, we are finishing row 8 with a single crochet, and we will chain one and turn, and then we will start row 9, which is the last row of the picot section, and we will just half double crochet into the back loop only of each stitch all the way across, and I will meet you for the next section, which is a wrapped double crochet section. Okay, we are going to begin row 10 with chaining 2 instead of 1, and this is going to be our wrapped double crochet row. You're going to go ahead and put a double crochet into the back loop only of the first stitch, and then you're going to skip a stitch, then you're going to double crochet into the next stitch, like so, and then you're going to do a wrapped double crochet around that double crochet that you just made. So you're going to wrap around like you normally would, but you're going to wrap it around the double crochet. And that is a wrapped double crochet, and I will show you again. You're going to skip one in between each wrapped double crochet, going to do a double crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to yarn over, go around the stitch, pull up, go around, go through two, around, go through two, like a normal double crochet. Okay, skipping one in between each, you're going to do a wrapped double crochet all the way across. You should have 77 wrapped double crochets at the end of this round, and I will put a slow-mo of me doing it without my fingers in the way. One thing I forgot to mention is that you will start and end each wrapped double crochet row with a double crochet. You will also be chaining two at the beginning of each row. So just make sure that you are chaining two and not chaining one, and that you're putting a double crochet at the beginning and the end of each row. Okay, we are wrapping up our first row of wrapped double crochet. And again, we will begin and end each row with a double crochet, and we will start each row with a chain two. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's chain two. So for the next 19 or 20 rows, you'll be crocheting into the top left stitch of each previous row's wrapped double crochet. So there's a black arrow and the green arrow. You want to make sure you're crocheting to the left in that green arrow space. Also make sure that you chain two and double crochet at the beginning, and also end each row with a double crochet. All right, I just finished up 19 more lovely rows of wrapped double crochets. Look at that. I'm doing this for a customer in shades of gold and browns. And to finish up the scarf, before we get to the pockets, what you're going to do is you're going to just repeat the picot section so that the beginning and the end of the scarf is the same. So go ahead and click back to the Picot section, and look at those notes because I love y'all. And go ahead and finish the scarf up with the Picot section, the rows 1 through 9, and I will come back and show you how to do the pockets. Let's take a look at this pocket before we start. I just wanted to explain to you how we will work it up so that it makes more sense when we do. So for the first 8 rows, we'll be alternating half double crochet and single crochet in the back loop only, and you'll just be chaining one between each row. And for rows 9 to 17, we'll be working the picot section the same as we did for the body of the scarf. Of course, it'll just be shorter because we're working on a pocket and not an entire shawl. Okay, simple enough. And then for rows 18 to 21, we will just be alternating single crochet and half double crochet rows rather, again with only a chain one in between each row. I hope you're enjoying the tutorial. I wanted to take a quick break to show you what my next tutorial will be. It's this super cute patch bucket hat. I've had so many compliments and so many people ask me to do a tutorial, so it is coming up next. Also, if you are enjoying this tutorial, please give me a like so that the algorithm knows that we like each other and we want to be together. And if you would like to stay in the know of all of my tutorials and everything that I have going on with my brand and my company, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be the first one to know when my videos are coming out. Thank you so, so much for your support, and let's get back to the tutorial. To start our pockets, we're going to chain up 32, and then we are going to half double crochet into the second chain from the hook all the way across for a total of 31 half double crochet. Ending our half double crochet round, we are going to chain one, turn our work, and for the next round we will be doing a single crochet into the back loop only all the way across, and I will meet you at the end of our single crochet round. Okay, we are coming to the end of our single crochet row in the back loop only, and we should have 31 single crochet, and we are going to chain one, and for the next 6 rows we'll be alternating between half double crochet and single crochet rows in the back loop only. Just make sure you chain one in between each row, and make sure that you end with row 8 being a single crochet row, and I will meet you at the end of row 8. Okay, I have just finished up row 8 with a single crochet in the back loop only. And for rows 9 to 17, you will just be repeating the picot section. So go ahead and skip back to that picot section and just repeat that. Of course, you're going to make it shorter because it's only 32 or 31 stitches across instead of the length of the shawl. But you can figure that out. Go ahead and do the picot section, and then I will meet you back for rows 18 to 21, and we will finish up the pocket. Okay, I just finished up the picot section, and you should have ended this section with a half double crochet round or row, like so, like that. So for rows 18 to 21, you will be alternating single crochet and half double crochet rows. You will start with a single crochet for row 18, and row 21 will be a half double crochet row. When you are done with that, you will be finished with your pocket, and you can go ahead and fasten off, and I will show you how to sew your pocket onto your shawl. Okay, we are done with our pockets. Hopefully you've made 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to whip stitch it all the way around, starting at the top and go all the way around the bottom. Make sure you leave room for fringe at the bottom, and make sure that you line up your pockets with some of the wrap double crochets from the previous rounds, just so that you're sewing it on straight. Okay, so go ahead and whip stitch your pockets on, and I will come back and show you how to finish up your shawl with the fringe. Yeah. All right, let's make some fringe. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut 14-inch strips of yarn, and we're going to use 5 strands per tassel. So go ahead and I actually just used this phone case from my 12 Pro Max, and I wrapped the yarn around like so. And it just happened to be 14 inches, and I just cut it at the bottom and made a few strands. You have to do that a lot. And you'll take 5 strands, make sure they're somewhat even, gather it. You want to find spaces at the bottom of the shawl. I put mine fairly close together. And go ahead and find where you want to put your fringe. Stick your hook through, wrap it around like so, bring it all the way through. Make sure it's large enough for you to put your fingers through. Grab it. Voila. Just like that. And again, I used 5 strands. Make sure they're somewhat even. Wrap it around your hook. Find a place to put it first. Wrap it around your hook. Pull it through enough to put your fingers through to grab the rest of it. And that is it. You're going to put as much fringe as you want, and at the end, you'll cut them evenly, of course. Yep. So that it looks nice. And you're done with your shawl. I am so proud of you. Look at all your hard work. Bow. Look at that. Look. Oh, you can go outside. Or you can stay inside and just walk away. See you soon.